This is a very special opportunity. We've been given access to go behind closed doors and check out the priceless Jaguar Land Rover collection. And the bloke that's going to show us around, they call him the new Mr Land Rover, Mike Bishop. And best of all, he's an Aussie.
G'day mate, how are you?
Good mate.
Welcome to Best of British.
This is just amazing, and I got to say, one of my favourites is that V8 Land Rover. Just spectacular.
Yeah, they are awesome. They're a fantastic program.
But I got to know, what are your top 5 Land Rovers in this collection?
So top 5, I'll point out to you right now. So let's have a look.
Let's do it.
So this vehicle here, we call it WAPO. She is a replica of the Oxford Cambridge South American expedition cars from 1957, and I drove this vehicle to Milan. When they went from Milan, they went all the way to Beijing.
Yep.
But it was awesome just taking this and being part of that group and being on the expedition.
And so this collection is not just a museum. These are all drivable.
Absolutely, yeah. We use WAPO quite a bit.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So this is one of the electric Defenders,
Oh, right.
and we used that on an event back in 2013, the 65th anniversary, and they did a run of them. We presented them to the press at the time, and myself and the engineers, we did the off-road, a little bit of the off-road testing work.
A bit of a mud plugger.
Bit of a mud plugger. Obviously, last Defender, I worked at Solihull at the time, and looked after a whole experience of people coming in to see the vehicle in its last days of production.
Yeah.
And it's in that form. And yeah, that vehicle, we had a lot of fun planning it and getting it ready and what spec it was going to be. So
Yeah.
it's almost like one of your own cars.
Yeah.
When you're involved in something like that. Move into a Range Rover.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Bit of luxury.
Bit of luxury, and at the moment I look after the Range Rover Classic program, and so we'll go with this one with YVV163H, which is Jeff Miller. He was the lead program engineer of the original Range Rover Valor, and you'll see the badge on the front.
Fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, so that's one of the original prototypes. And the interesting thing about this one is he kept upgrading it
Right.
himself and putting all the prototype parts on it, and so it's quite a nice vehicle.
A project of passion, if you will.
Project of passion, and we're going to keep it sort of frozen that time. And in running the current Range Rover program, the restoration program, if I ever have a question, I can just ring Jeff and say, Jeff, mate, what did you do back in the day? You know?
Yeah.
Lastly, the light green one is my own personal vehicle, number 16, which we did a recent film about with a lady called Dorothy. And it's alongside 2 other Aussie vehicles, which are of the reborn. So you've got the Queensland spec. In Queensland at the time they had no front number plates, so they just put Land Rover
Right.
on there in the 1950s.
So is it true that some of the Aussie Land Rovers were some of the best kept?
Yeah, so what happened with that is obviously Australia was the main export market outside of military vehicles.
Yep.
The climate, they survive really well.
Yeah.
And because they generally don't get messed about with too much, if they're on a farm, they generally stay on the farm.
And so the original spec.
They keep their identity.
Yeah,
So that was quite a good choice to make.
Fascinating.
Yeah.